Hello, everyone. This is Katrin with Disability Rights New York. Welcome to our podcast, Empire State of Rights Closed Captioned. We're here to bring you information on the most relevant topics regarding disability rights and advocacy. Today we have Sutton King, Wellness Director of NYIC. She's here to discuss the New York Indian Council. Sutton, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, and the New York Indian Council, and what the mission is?
Shagoli, Sutton King News Gap in Guehue. Hello, my name is Sutton King, and I'm Oneida. I'm Turtle Clan, and I'm the people of the Standing Stone. I come from both the Oneida and Menominee Nations of Wisconsin, and currently I serve as the Indian Health Service Wellness Director for the New York Indian Council. I manage the New York Indian Council, a Title V Urban Indian Health Program providing social services for urban American Indians and Alaska Natives in the greater New York City metropolitan. Thank you for having us, and we're so excited to be here today.
We are really excited to have you here as well, Sutton. Thank you so much. So tell us about the mission of the New York Indian Council.
Thank you. So the mission of the New York Indian Council is to promote the well-being of the New York City metropolitan American Indian community by providing wellness and employment services. So our program services are for urban Indians who reside in our New York City metro service area. So what an urban Indian is, it's a tribal member who is currently living outside of the federally defined tribal lands in the U.S. cities. So to be considered eligible for our program, you must reside in our service area. That's made up of New York City, and that's all 5 boroughs, Long Island, Central Southern New York, Central Northern New Jersey, Central Western Connecticut, and Pennsylvania. Additionally, you must meet one or more of the following criteria. So you have to be enrolled in a federally or state-recognized tribe, including Alaska Natives, California Indians, and those tribes and or groups terminated since 1940. You also be a descendant in the first or second degree of an enrolled member. As I just described, first would be really either one of your parents being enrolled, and then second degree would be one of your grandparents being enrolled. Or you can have a Bureau of Indian Affairs Certificate of Indian Blood, and that's also known as CIB. Those are really the criteria and eligibility to be able to enroll in our program.
So that's interesting. So you do not have to reside in New York State to be a part of or receive services from the New York Indian Council. Is that correct?
That's correct. So we're very broad, and that's really important. And something we really want to stress to everybody is that you don't have to live in New York City. You can live in the greater New York City area of the service areas I just described. So there are a lot of tribes that are outside of New York City, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and also New Jersey. And we want to make sure that we're extending our reach to those tribes and that they're able to be a part of our program.
Okay, that's great. So why was the council created and how did it start?
Right. So the New York Indian Council is actually a subsidiary of the Rhode Island Indian Council. The Rhode Island Indian Council has been serving Native communities since 1974 and has multiple offices on the East Coast. The New York Indian Council was created in 2012, and at that time, NYIC operated through the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, and this is also known as the WIOA grant. So what this grant provided was employment services to American Indian and Alaska Native communities in the New York City metro area. Recently, as October 1st, 2018, the New York Indian Council entered into a contract with Indian Health Services, or IHS, to serve as the new urban Indian health program of the New York City metropolitan. So IHS is the principal federal health care provider and health advocate for American Indian and Alaska Native people, and its mission is to raise the physical, mental, and social and spiritual health of American Indians and Alaska Natives to the highest level. So in this partnership, that's what we're really trying to do is provide this really great support, cultural understanding to our community members. And to have a better understanding of why the New York Indian Council was created, it's important to understand the history of the Relocation Era. So briefly, in 1953, the U.S. Congress established a new policy towards American Indians, discrimination. So this policy ended the protected trust status of all Indian-owned lands. So in response to this policy, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, which is also known as BIA, began a voluntary urban relocation program. And the urban relocation program changed the face of cities as well as American Indian culture. More than 70% of American Indians and Alaska Natives now live in urban areas as compared with 45% in 1970 and 8% in 1940. So today, New York City currently has the largest population of urban American Indians and Alaska Natives in the country, with 2010 census data estimating over 111,000 self-identified American Indian Alaskan Native. So urban and Indian endure well-documented health disparities across a wide range of diseases at disturbing rates, which a lot of people know, often more so than any other minority group here. So urban Indians are confronted with an array of dire threats to their physical and mental health and well-being. So we've got alcoholism, suicide, high unemployment, behavioral health issues, racial prejudices. Urban Indian health programs are really essential in combating the health disparities that plague our communities. And so, that's really why the New York Indian Council was created, and why it's so important to have these urban Indian health programs in these large metropolitan cities to make sure that, urban natives have the support that they need to be elevated to the highest degree.
So it's a relatively young organization, only about 6 years old. And what services does the New York Indian Council provide? You talked a lot about what the needs were. So what is the council providing to address those needs? And what are the goals of the council?
First, I'd like to say that we offer services that are grounded in indigenous knowledge and bring Western and traditional medicine together. And, we understand that finding your way around the New York metropolitan service area can be challenging, but finding access to critical health services can be even more challenging. So through our case management service, we meet with clients to learn more about their specific health needs. We design a case plan, and we refer and connect them to appropriate health and community services. So we are a referral Indian health program. We also offer substance abuse counseling, and our counselor works with clients to help them overcome addiction. So, NYIC is here to support clients in their recovery, and we do this generally in groups or individually. And additionally, we provide engaging interactive health education events on various health priorities of our service area, and our health education events are provided through community groups and workshops, and we make announcements on our social media platforms when we'll be having those gatherings. Through our three services, which are case management, substance abuse counseling, and health education, we're providing screening and assessment, mental health prevention, substance abuse prevention, recovery support, health promotion and disease prevention, community outreach, referrals, and employment services. So it's really an array of resources to really combat the health disparities I spoke about. And so we're really excited to be able to offer these services to the community. And like you said, we're relatively, new and young, but we're hoping through this contract with IHS that we're really able to make a positive impact in our community's health, specifically our urban Native community's health.
That's amazing. What a great resource you are. So if someone is looking to contact you, where is NYIC located and what are the hours of operation?
So we're located in Long Island City, and our address is 21-25 44th Avenue. We're in Suite 102, and again, that's Long Island City, New York. And you can take the EM7 or G train to Court Square, and our facility is less than 5 minutes from the Court Square station, and we're open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
That's great. So it's easily accessible from the subway. We will add the location and the hours at the end of this podcast and make sure we have that up there for all of our listeners. So how can someone contact NYIC? What other resources do they offer?
Right. So our office number is 718-215-8417. Our extension is 304. So you can give us a call that way, or feel free to email us. And our email is wellnessdirector@NewYorkIndianCouncil.org. And we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and our handles for both of those platforms are New York Indian Council. And as far as other resources that we offer, as I mentioned, we are a subsidiary of the Rhode Island Indian Council, and RIIC has multiple locations that offer employment services through the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, WIOA. And our other agencies include New Jersey Indian Council, Long Island Indian Council, and Connecticut Indian Council. And so, at this time, New York Indian Council is focusing on providing our wellness services to the community. And again, those services are case management, substance abuse counseling, and health education. And we do hope to expand our services as our program grows. However, we are happy to refer anyone who's interested in employment services to our parent or sister organizations.
That's great. And we will list all of those resources as well on the end of the podcast. Do you have any upcoming events that our audience should be aware of?
Well, we do have some intake events that are scheduled or going to be scheduled for the month of February. The exact dates and locations will be released on our social media platforms. So just make sure to follow us on our social media or visit us at RhodeIslandIndianCouncil.org to get more information and stay in the loop on all of our upcoming events.
Sutton, thank you so much for your time. This is great information. We look forward to putting your links at the end of this podcast, and we'll list them on our website as well.
Katrin, I want to thank you, and I want to thank Disability Rights New York for allowing us to come onto your platform to educate your audience what we do here at the New York Indian Council.
Well, thank you so much, and we look forward to having you back again soon.
Sounds good.
Empire State of Rights Closed Captioned has been brought to you by Disability Rights New York, your source for disability rights and advocacy. If you enjoyed our program, and we hope you did, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this post. If there is a subject you would like us to discuss, please email podcast@drny.org or comment below. Tune in next time where we'll bring you more information on disability rights in the state of New York. The closed captioned version of this podcast is available on our YouTube channel.